So sorry for the technology problems. We have two meetings today. The first is just going to take a quick minute, and that is the election board meeting. So I'll call the Warren County Election Board meeting to order. It's 12:06. The meeting is being recorded. Anything said in the meeting is part of public record. There's no old business. First item of business, May 25th meeting minutes. Any comments, corrections? I'll move to approve them. Do I have a second?
I'll second that motion.
Seconded, discussion. All those in
There's
favor?
discussion.
Aye.
Aye.
Approved. Next, approval of agreement with Dominion for the central scanner. Crystal, you're on.
All right, so our scanner that we have now, we've used in the last two recounts. The first recount, we had to wait about 5 days, which pushed our timeline back in order to receive it, because we have to use different scanner and modem to be able to conduct an official recount. We still had it on hand during this recount, so as soon as we got the order, we could start on Friday. We started and finished on Friday without waiting or having to do a hand count. I'm asking that we purchase this, and I have given you a copy of our quote from Dominion, and also a copy of the check that we received from the 2021 reimbursement, which would cover the cost of the scanner.
The reimbursement was for real costs of 2020, correct?
Yeah, no, 2021, the November recount.
Oh, I see. I understand. Okay, so you were looking for...
So it will essentially each year then. So the check would cover the actual printer itself, but it wouldn't cover the annual licenses and warranties going forward.
Correct. Going forward, that would be worked into our yearly payment to them.
$4,000 a year.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to approve?
Yes, I'll make a motion to approve.
This would include the central scanner, annual licenses, and the annual warranties.
Yes.
And that also includes the modem. It came with everything brand new. A modem, a keyboard, a mouse, new buttons, completely different everything.
Okay. And the primary use is as a secondary scanner, or do you only use the scanner when there's a recount?
We've used this scanner as our main scanner the last election because it's a lot faster.
Okay.
We ended up using our old scanner for the
As the
recount.
backup. Okay, that works. Very good. Well, did I second that? Okay.
Yes.
Well, then fine, I do. Any discussion? All those in favor of the bid from Dominion for the central scanner, please state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, anything else, Crystal? All right, anything else for election board? Hearing none, election board is adjourned, 12:09. At this time, I'd like to call the Warren County Commissioners meeting of May 8th to order. Would everyone please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance in a moment of silence.
You mean June 8th?
I'm sorry, June 8th, thank you. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I guess minor correction. The top of the page says May 8th. This meeting is being recorded, and anything said in the meeting is part of public record. Since the last time the board met, we did have one executive session, right, last Monday? Maybe we did not. Check my calendar.
I think we,
Oh, that's right, it was
it
canceled.
was canceled, yeah, we canceled it.
So I do not believe we've had an executive session since our last meeting. Very good.
We had, the last executive session we had was the one right before our last regular meeting on the 25th.
Yeah,
That's correct.
very good. So nothing further to disclose. Correspondence, we got a letter from the Progress Fund. Pam, did you want to say anything about that?
I think I asked
Oh,
for
you
this
did,
to be,
okay.
with the correspondence. So we received correspondence from the Progress Fund, PA Wild's office. And it's for businesses to look at financing certain businesses, attractions and entertainment, bed and breakfasts, breweries, Main Street projects, outdoor recreation, restaurants and retailers. They can provide some manageable repayment schedules if there's some outstanding debt or to be paid. They also can help customize doing some business assistance. So they are out there to assist with Warren County since we are in the wilds area, and just wanted to make sure that if there's a way to get the word out as it relates to Progress Fund and those opportunities for businesses, that was part of what I thought we would share with the public.
Okay, very
That's
good. Speaking of the public, this time I would ask if there is any public comment. We have no public in the, well, we have the newspaper in the room, but online we're joined by Carmina Taylor. Carmina, did you want to talk now?
Thank you. First of all, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. My name is Carmina Taylor. I am a Civic Saturday Fellow, and what basically it means is that I am charged to go throughout Pennsylvania or places of my choice to talk about citizenship and why democracy matters. And I create meaningful engagement experiences that are not partisan, that are not religious, have any religious affiliation. It's really about having people come together. On April 23rd, I had my first meaningful gathering, a community gathering in Tionesta. I happened to stay in a Airbnb in Tidioute, so I had a little flavor of Warren County that weekend. Why I came to talk to you today is that I had participants in my gathering from Warren County. And part of what we do is we have these process called Turn and Talk in civic circles. And some of the things that came out of the civic circle from people from your community is that they wish there was more things to be done to engage younger people, working on resources for the elderly, and how we could be like one kind of Pennsylvania community. So I promised the people that were in my civic circles that I would come back to your commissioners meeting and talk to you about working with me, working with the Northeast region to kind of share the things that you're doing. There's a need, in my opinion, for all of us to coalesce because we're Pennsylvanians. I may not be from Warren County, but I'm from Pennsylvania, and I care about people from Warren County. And the people that engaged with me were very, very special. The people that I stayed in their Airbnb from your county were absolutely hospitable. And so I'm from the Southeast region, and I want to just offer an opportunity to continue to engage in dialogue with you, the commissioners from Forest County and the commissioners from Clarion, because I think it's really important for people like myself and others that live on the other side of the state to know more about what you guys do and how you are helping your residents in your county. So I fulfilled the promise that I would come back and talk to you about those three issues: the elderly, the young, and a sense of community. And I'm hoping that this will be the first of ongoing dialogues. And that was my purpose, and who I can stay in touch with after today's call.
Okay.
Can everybody hear me? I'm
Yep.
walking my dog, and I'm in the city, so you might hear background noise.
No, actually, you came in loud and clear. Just quickly to introduce, I'm Ben Caffernal, I'm the chair, and I'm joined by Tricia Durbin, vice chair. We also have up front, you can see on the camera, Solicitor Nathaniel Schmidt, Matt V, the chief clerk, and administrator Lisa Hagberg.
Who's the minority commissioner? Isn't Mr. Eggleston the minority commissioner?
Yes, he is not here today.
Okay. I'm just trying to get former references. Go ahead,
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. So I know that there are a couple of programs going on one in Tidiute and one in Youngsville, the Heart and Soul program, which sounds like an excellent way to collaborate because
Yes.
they're making great strides in those communities in terms of essentially what you're saying, and I could see it being bolstered by what you're talking about. I think for kind of ongoing discussion, Anne, would you mind if she communicated with you?
No, that's fine.
Could you repeat that last one, sir? I couldn't hear you.
Sure. I think if you keep in direct contact with the chief clerk, she's aware of, she can help connect
Okay.
us all for future
Okay, great.
engagement. And of course is aware of all the other entities that could be helpful in your quest, such as the Visitors Bureau.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, and here's the thing. Do you agree with me, though? I think you guys are like a hidden gem in the corner of our state. Like, think about me. I'm a woman of color from the Southeast region. I had never been to Tidiute. I had never been to Warren County, never been to Forest, never been to Clarion. But I found that everyone in those communities were just so wonderful and hospitable. And the things that you're doing, we don't know. So I think that if we can agree to collaborate, we can really dispel all the myths and misnomers about the Northeast West region versus the Southeast. Don't you agree?
Fundamentally, yeah, absolutely. This is a gem.
Fundamentally, yes, fundamentally.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, great.
This is a-
Well, I'll
this is a
follow
gem.
up with Pam. I just appreciate the opportunity to share, and I wanted to make sure that I could go back with a full heart to the residents of Warren County that participated in my Civic Saturday gathering, that I did come back and speak to you guys. So I appreciate the opportunity, sir.
Very good. Thank you very much. We'll check out your website and
It's on
You're welcome.
Facebook, Civic Saturday, it's on Facebook, Civic Saturday, Pennsylvania.
okay. Very good. We'll look
Okay?
out. Thank you so
Very
much.
good,
All
thank
right,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pam.
Thank you.
Jane, did you have anything you wanted to say?
No, except that was delightful to hear and a nice response from you.
Very good, thank you. All right, moving on to the agenda. You'll see the agenda before you and the minutes were in your packet. Any comments, corrections? Very good. Moving on to finance report.
As of today, we have $2,709,771 in all of our funds. Well, our general fund and our savings account. We do have, I've noted the other amounts in our ARPA and ERAP funding. We have borrowed, we just had to borrow $750,000 from the ARP money. So we borrowed a total of $2 million to cover expenses till taxes start coming in.
We haven't taken anything from the town.
No, but that will be our next step when we need it.
Okay. Very good. Any questions?
I am working on analyzing our budget to actuals for the first 5 months, and so I'll report back on that at the end of June.
Okay.
I was gonna inquire of that just because this year, last year at this time, we had only had $1 million. This year we have 2. Any difference in the landscape there as far as collections?
Part of it may be our money that we've been paying some expenses from.
Yes, some of it is that, but also some of it is, we have quite a few capital things budgeted this year, and of course, everyone wants what they ask for late at the beginning of the year, so I
Right.
think we've had some capital expenditures on the front end that we wouldn't have had, so.
Gotcha. That makes absolute sense.
Okay. Very good. You'll see in your packet the monthly department reports. Anything that you wanted to note particularly, or that any of the department heads here wanted to note?
Caitlin does have a.
HR report. My apologies, Caitlin.
Human Resources Report as of June 1st, 2022. New hires for the county include Anna Waldensberger, effective 5/2/22, in the Children and Youth Department as a caseworker 1. Brandon Gray, who's a rehire, effective 5/3/22, in the Veterans Affairs Office in a part-time clerical position. Amy Johnson, effective 5/10/22, in the Children and Youth Department as a clerk typist 2. Nick Cusimano, effective 5/27/22, in the jail as a part-time corrections officer. Changes include Adam Pascuzzi, effective 5/27/22. He went from a part-time single-point deputy in the sheriff's office to a part-time corrections officer at the jail. Jedediah Rollman, effective 5/27/22. He went from full-time to part-time corrections officer at the jail. Separations from the county include Amanda King, effective 5/6/22, in the Children and Youth Department. She was a caseworker too. She was not pension eligible. Kimberly Exley, effective 5/10/22. She was the Human Resources Employee Relations Administrator. She is pension eligible. Angela Shaw, effective 5/10/22. She was a full-time telecommunicator at the 911 center. She was not pension eligible. Philip Buffone, effective 5/24/22. He was a full-time corrections officer at the jail. He was not pension eligible. Mary Moynihan, effective 5/25/22. She had a part-time clerical position in the Veterans Affairs Office, and she is not pension eligible. Taylor Moses, effective 5/27/22. She was a judicial law clerk in the Court of Common Pleas, and she was not pension eligible.
Very good, thank you. Finally, on the consent agenda, we have one proclamation, which is related to Relay for Life. I'll read the resolution part. That we, the commissioners, proclaim the 10th of June as Purple Out Day for Relay for Life, and that the commissioners proclaim June 18th as Relay for Life Day. And further resolve that all public officials, employees, and all citizens of Warren County show their support by wearing purple clothing and/or accessories on Purple Out Day, and by adorning purple bows and ribbons on buildings and cars in an effort to promote the mindset of thinking survivor and to support all fellow community members. Wear it proud and loud. Any comments? Very good. Then I would ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second, discussion. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. On to repository tax bids. You want to say anything, Mr. Tax Fund Bureau Director? Nope. Very good. We have YV 729-294-000-033, currently owned by Elmer J. Fry Jr. in Pittsfield Township at 70 Taylor Lane, assessed at $1,999, bid on by JAAMM LLC for $500. And we also have YV 729-294-000-008, currently owned by John Nash and Marshall Fry in Pittsfield Township at 180 Day Lane, assessed at $1,369, bid on by JAAMM LLC for $825. I believe that's it. Do I hear a motion to approve those two?
I will make a motion to approve those two.
Second, discussion. All those in favor, please state aye. Aye. Motion carries. The CSE service agreements, these are related to air conditioning units at our 911 tower sites. Director McCorson, did you want to say anything?
Sure. So this particular vendor is the vendor that the state uses at our state towers that we co-locate on. They've done a little bit of work for us so far. They've done really good work. And from what I will say, you'll notice we've had some other contracts in front of you recently for recurring maintenance. And since we've had companies contracted to do our recurring maintenance, we are just not seeing the breakdowns in our equipment that we were seeing in the past. So I feel very positive about this company and what they're able to do for us. This is specific to the heating and air conditioning at 2 of our tower sites.
Good?
Good.
So the agreement would be a service agreement with CSE. Any questions? Do I hear a motion to approve the two agreements before us?
I will make a motion to approve agreements.
Second, discussion. You're absolutely right that stuff is breaking down, and we've been seeing, frankly, this is money well spent, because if we don't keep up with the AC and heat, it ruins the equipment that's up there.
Correct.
Plus, it's only $1,400 a year. That's pretty,
It's pretty reasonable.
for PM services, preventive maintenance, that's reasonably priced.
Very good. All those in favor of the motion, please state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, medical assistance transportation program participation. This is a grant agreement which assures compliance that we pass every year between Warren County and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Department of Human Services, Bureau of Managed Care Operations, the Division of the Medical Assistance Transportation Program. A mouthful. Again, we pass this every year. The beneficiary, if you would, is this talk, and we are more or less passed through. Any questions? Hear a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the agreement.
Second discussion. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, resolution 3,215. This is a resolution authorizing a Warren County commission related to the the United States Semi-Cinquentennial, which is the 250th anniversary of the country, and it's coming up here in a few years. The United States passed such a commission, and then the state passed such a commission, and they asked the counties to appoint someone to that commission, which we did in Joe McClellan a year or so ago. And now they have asked that we make up a local group to participate as a delegation to celebrate the 250th birthday of the United States. So this resolution essentially creates such a thing, and then we would make appointments later. I have a few names in mind. One of them is over there.
I know that was coming.
Another is Michelle Gray. I'd like to meet with you both next week if we can. And we have a list of a few other people that we thought might be involved. But again, this resolution is just creating the commission. We'll make the appointments later. Since I'm the sponsor, I'll go ahead and move to approve resolution 3215, and I would ask for a second.
I'll second that.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Resolution 3216 is a resolution of Warren County to adopt essentially a anti-nepotism policy. The solicitor has reviewed this version, and we've adopted the changes.
Okay, very good.
This is primarily for HR. It actually has been a long-standing policy of the Warren County government that do not hire relatives in the same chain of command. That said, as far as we can tell, it was never officially passed by the board, therefore it didn't really ever have legislative authority. Now it will. So thank you very much to Human Resources and the solicitor for drafting this and bringing it before us. I would ask for a motion to approve resolution 3216.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 3216.
Second discussion. Did you have something?
No, if you wanted any comment or not. No, I think we're good.
Okay. I thought that was a yes, I have something to say. Very well. Then all those in favor of the resolution, please state aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Finally, Warren County had engaged with Darlings, or more specifically SGBR Holding LLC, regarding a space to have COVID testing done at the former Crohn's building, as really any tests that need to be done now are being run through the jail, and we're not having anywhere near the kind of volume that we did before. We are going to go ahead and terminate the agreement with SGBR Holdings pursuant to the agreement that we have with them. So I would ask for motion to approve that termination.
I'll make a motion to approve the termination of the SGBR Holding LLC agreement.
I'll second. I would add that they were very hospitable, and we very much appreciate their cooperation in the pandemic as we ramped up to do testing in person. It worked out really well to have Joni, the RN, there, just kind of walk out into the parking lot and take the test. So very much appreciate that, and please extend our thanks, Ken.
Sure.
All right, anything else? Oh, sorry, did we vote on that? Did not. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any other commissioner comments? Very good. Solicitor, chief clerk, administrator, anybody else?
If I could, real quick.
Sure.
A few months ago, at a public meeting, you opened RFPs for 911 policies and procedures. I misunderstood the process in which to get that enacted, and I filled out a purchase order. I've since been corrected that I actually need to have an actual, now from the RFP, a proposal. So we've reached out to them 2 or 3 times, I've not heard back from them, but I wanted to let you know, as soon as we hear back from them, I'd like to get that on the agenda to get that particular project forward.
Okay. Very good. This time I'd ask for motion to adjourn.
I will make a motion to adjourn.
Second. We're adjourned.